Okay, so this is the video that contains week 2 hints so that you can succeed in this week's assignments. Again, there is a written version of this that you can reference. It is in the week 2 announcement. I encourage you every week to look at the announcements and look at the accompanying documents that will help you excel in this class. So it was a good first week in class, and I enjoyed reading your posts and interacting with you. I love it. I love people, and I love being exposed to your ideas. I learn things from time to time from our students, and I love to pass things on to students as well. I love to see you interact with one another. I'm grading your initial posts, even as this video is probably being watched by you, and I will have your participation grades in the next few days. Remember that every paper in this course needs to be submitted to Lopes Write. There's a 10% penalty if you do not. Please, if you have any questions, do not hesitate to contact me through the individual forum or questions for the instructor, the professor. Don't forget to respond to this week's classroom assessment technique, CAT, that's posted in DQ 2.1. So in week 1, you learned about worldviews, and you considered the spiritual and cultural context of modern healthcare. You were introduced to the 7 questions that help assess a person's worldview. That led, hopefully, to meaningful self-reflection, as much self-reflecting as you can do in a 5-week course. But hopefully you self-reflected as you evaluated your own worldview. Week 2 is a significant week in this course. You're going to consider what it means to be human, including the concept of moral status. From where or from whom do human beings get their special value? You will again engage in self-reflection as you ask yourself whether your worldview actually supports your beliefs about the value of human life. Sometimes we have a worldview and then we have beliefs about the value of people, and there's a disconnect. So if that's true for you, that's going to be a great opportunity for self-reflection. It can be a very exciting discovery, either as you tweak your worldview or as you adapt how you view the value of people. I encourage you to give the Christian view of Imago Dei, that's the image of God, serious consideration as a moral status theory, because it has a very high value of human life. Thinking about these things is important as the subjects, the people, not objects, the patients in healthcare are human beings. The value you place on human life will determine how you care for your patients. I can't stress that enough. The value that you place on the life of other people will directly affect how you provide care for your patients. And so the highest, to me, the highest image or the highest view of human value of human nature is Imago Dei, the image of God, that every single person is made morally and emotionally and spiritually in the image of God. So it doesn't matter what they look like physically, what their capabilities are physically, whether they're very, very old or whether they're even in the womb, not totally formed yet. The fact that they are emotionally, spiritually given a soul at conception and have a soul throughout eternity means that every person from the moment of conception till they take their last breath is to be highly valued, loved, treated compassionately, given the very best care possible, no matter who they are. Also, I encourage you to fully read the assigned readings, especially the topic overview every week. Your work this week will involve some mental wrestling, but it is an essential assignment. And regarding the assignment this week, the moral status case study, keep in mind that the focus of this paper is on the moral status of the unborn child. How does each participant view the moral status of the fetus? You should include a discussion of Imago Dei in your considerations of the unborn child's moral status. If you connect any of the participants to the sanctity or sacredness of life, it would behoove you, that means it'd be a good thing to do, to discuss what is meant by sacred or sanctity of life. Make sure you submit this assignment to the Lopes Rite as you submit your paper for grading. Finally, the case study itself does not count as one of your 3 academically required references. I just want to emphasize again, we are not looking at the 4 participants and their decision-making process. We are looking at the moral status in their minds of the unborn child. Your week 2 topic overview lists and discuss, I think it's 5 different moral status theories that can be applied in this case. That's what I want you to focus on. Not the thinking process necessarily, not philosophical trends or frameworks, but how do they view the moral status of the unborn child? And this is a little more difficult for Marco in this case study, but don't forget to include Marco in reporting and analyzing his moral status theory of the unborn child. And you can theorize, because in some of these cases, it's not absolutely clear what moral status theory or theories the participants are using. As long as you can academically support what you think each character is using as a theory, then you're going to be fine. Thanks again for being a great class. And as always, let me know if you have any questions.